Meow. Yep. Get them channel points. Yeah. Like, I also like to have the starting soon screen up like 10 minutes before, too, so... But can't help technical difficulties. But at least it's fixed. Yay, a good old restart. It was, like, weird, though, because it's not like it was, like, overall that type of, like, OBS source that wasn't working, because I used that same thing to get the audio from Discord. Oh, oops.
said something, and chat responded, and it's like, holy shit.
Rip.
Yep.
Hello, everyone, though. Welcome on in. It's time for Boys.
Boys, 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 boys.
It's kind of impressive that we didn't get a single CG last time.
I mean, we were gunning for the wizard. The wizard don't have CGs till next game.
I mean, yeah, but like still, like we did like over 3 hours of Kaguya routed on a single CG.
He's a weird one.
Yeah.
Kaguya's a weird one.
They're just out here. I wonder how many more times we'll see the wizard today.
52.
Maybe.
I can see that. Wow.
Man.
Magical.
After we parted ways with the regular, we walked in silence for a while.
So they just met up with one of the regulars at the cafe who also asked out Reikyu in the first ever scene of this route.
Yep.
And he doesn't know that Kaguya and Reikyu are dating, right?
Yep.
Because he's been away for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
So, potential storyline for a fist fight there. I'm excited. Kaguya's like, wow, that's the first time a man tried to hit me.
But Cinderella beat the shit out of him already.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Oh, well. Look, that was more of a one-sided brawl, okay? Cinderella knew what he was doing.
Kaguya deserved it, though. He should have said more.
Literally just like, why'd you get slammed into a wall? You didn't add enough context.
But it was really funny getting to that part again when video editing earlier today.
Oh yeah, that part was a comedy of errors, and they knew what they were doing when they wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100%. Like the whole route has just been Kaguya being a strange eccentric person. That is it.
Yeah. Yeah. How come? I wanted to ask, how come you didn't introduce yourself as my boyfriend, but the words wouldn't come? I knew he had intentionally avoided the subject in order to keep things professional. But I would have liked him to at least a little protective of me around other guys.
Oh.
To be at least, okay. I've skipped words.
Be at least. Bee.
Bees?
Bees.
Would you like the apples or the bees?
Bees every time. Because the bees will make more apples eventually.
True.
Poppin', look! There's the fishmonger.
Oh, right, they're going out to get fish for fish sticks.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Look, it's been a week.
But I also edited the video today. That's the only reason why I know why they're looking for fish. He changed the subject with the eerily apt timing. Let's get in and get out quick so Cinderella doesn't make any more creepy jokes when we get back.
Those creepy jokes were in your defense, by the way.
Yeah. And so I forced myself to let it go. Okay. He just made a sound and it gets translated as interesting.
You can tell I'm very interested by the sounds that I'm making.
Interesting. That was Cinderella's reaction to the first fish stick. To his first fish stick, rather. How is it?
The first of 20.
I stopped eating and looked at him expectantly. Good. I wasn't excited to eat your poor people food, but it's actually not that bad. I'm gonna smack Cinderella.
I was gonna say, poor people... Oh, you know what's really funny? Have you heard, like, the story of, like, this fancy chef that, like, cooked for this really, really posh family? And they're like, "Oh, where do you get ideas for your meals?" And it's like, "Oh, I just make poor people thing, just gussy it up a little bit." And they love it, but they think it's rich people food.
Yeah.
It's really funny. We all just like a little bit of comfort food. That's it.
Yep. Glad to hear it. They're so light and crunchy. Thus far, I've been making a lot of intricate dishes, so it was nice to have a more lazy dinner for a change. All thanks to Kaguya and Alice for giving me the idea.
Oh, I didn't do much. Oh, that's Gretel. 1 second. Oh, I didn't do much. I reckon all the credit goes to Alice for his, feedback.
Yeah, but Kaguya, you're the one that said fish sticks in particular. Wait, what? How did you know about that?
He's got ears all over the place.
Then it hit me. Oh god, you heard everything? I mean, he wasn't exactly being quiet about it.
Yeah, you two weren't being quiet, and also he was like coming up the steps right behind you, basically.
Melhi and I were having our argument. You two were having a hell of a time upstairs. Ugh.
Wait, that means the customers also heard Alice too, because they had an audience when that argument was happening.
Yep. The customers heard all of the things.
Small cafe. No wonder they were just like, what the fuck's going on?
They really were getting their tea that night and didn't realize it.
Alice and Reiki fighting upstairs, Cinderella and Kaguya fighting in the kitchen. They're just like, is there an earthquake?
Embarrassed, I buried my face in my hands. Honestly, I should have known they would have heard us given how loud Alice was screaming. Yeah, he does not give a shit.
Oh yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Like,
wait, does that mean they all heard me whimpering and groaning too?
oh great, the sus noises.
We were trying to have a serious conversation, but your antics totally killed the mood. Good thing I was wrong about what happened.
Can you imagine there's like he's in the middle of like throwing him against the wall and punching him, and it's just like, the fuck is going on up there?
Yeah.
Like, can we just take 5 minutes?
Yeah. God, it's really funny to imagine like Cinderella about to like hit Kaguya, and then they just hear Alice saying like, "Stop bringing things that are like are written in French." It's like, okay, hang on, pause.
If it has a French name, I don't want it.
God, Alice is so silly. No laughing at the dinner table.
Oh.
Sure thing. God. I pouted at him. Then I glanced at Kaguya and realized he wasn't eating. God damn it, dude. Do you not like it, Kaguya?
Oh no, I like it fine. It's very good.
Then eat it.
Then eat it, bitch.
And yet,
Eat the food.
he's barely eaten any of it. You don't have to force yourself to eat it, you know.
Oh, that's not it.
Then what the hell is it? This was your idea.
Yeah, you think he'd be all gun-ho for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, pal. Can you wipe the stupid smirk off your face for 2 seconds? You're pissing me off.
You could just say he's just not hungry.
Yeah.
Relax, mate.
I'm not your mate, bro.
I'm not your bro, buddy.
At the rate we were headed, Cinderella was only getting more furious. How do you handle Cinderella's anger?
Change the subject immediately.
Yeah.
Because why get in a fight with him? Because then we're flirting with him.
It would be funny though.
It would be funny, but I'm pretty sure Kaguya's just gonna be a doo-doo-doo and slip out the door.
Yeah, he would disappear again. Let's not.
And the wizard's gonna be like, "Well, you fucked up."
Yep.
Again?
Mm-hmm. I immediately changed the subject. So, is Snow White really not going to eat with us?
I don't know. Is it an apple?
Nah, he doesn't eat. And he hasn't starved to death somehow?
Figure out why.
I guess not. He's alive, isn't he? So true. Okay, but seriously though, how has he survived without eating? Maybe he gets his intake via IV. I don't know.
Maybe he just does what anorexic people do. Eat the food and then barf it up and then eat the food.
That's bulimia, not anorexia.
Damn it.
Wrong one.
All I know is that they're both food disorders. That's it.
Yeah, they are indeed both eating disorders, but they do present very differently.
That's true.
I turned to Kaguya so as to include him in the conversation.
Exactly, because we changed the subject. He's still in.
Yep.
We really owe you, Poppet.
Huh?
Honestly, he's doing himself a disservice by not eating this wonderful meal.
I don't think you are the one that has room to talk about that, Kaguya.
I was gonna say, eat your food, dip.
Yeah. Agreed.
But I can sort of understand the reluctance to eat it.
Kaguya.
It was your idea.
Yeah. Huh? How so?
Sometimes I have to wonder, am I a burden? Staying here and eating their food as well? You're working.
Yeah.
That's my immediate response to that.
I'm going by that a lot. I can't speak. Let's try this again. Take 3. Going by that logic, wouldn't you feel equally bad for wasting the food we prepared for you?
Ooh, reverse psychology. Let's go. I suppose so. Anyway, I'm sure Snow White has his blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm sure Snow White has his reasons. I reckon it's best just to leave him be.
The misspeaking
Until the
has
next
spread.
game.
Yep, next game we'll find all about. Oh wait, I can't speak still. Wow, this is great.
It's okay, I can't speak either. You saw me stumble over Snow and White.
We're doing great.
We're doing fantastic, buddy.
This is gonna be a long one.
By the end of it. Okay, moving on. That's the one take.
Well, thanks for the food. As soon as he finished his dinner, Cinderella rose to his feet. What about dessert? Just bring it to my room later. Kashikomarimashita, Gojin-sama? That's a thing to call him in front of. Anyways. I saw him off with a firm salute. No, it was just the two of us. With nothing to talk about, we continued eating in silence. Once I finished, I stacked my plate on top of Cinderella's. And glanced over at Kaguya to find him still slowly working through his food. Was he always such a slow eater? I thought back to all the other meals I'd shared with him.
He's just savoring it.
All I could remember was that he'd always complimented the taste, no matter what he ate. Whenever I asked him for specific requests, he'd shrug his shoulders, just as he did tonight. But when I asked him to help me brainstorm something simple, only then did he suggest fish sticks.
Ah, so indirect questions are the way to go. Got it.
And now that he was eating said fish sticks, he was progressing more slowly than ever. As I watched him, a thought occurred to me. Wow, Rake, you had a thought. Wow,
Oh no.
big moment.
The brain cells. The brain cell.
Hey, Kaguya. Do you like fish sticks?
I do indeed.
Believe it or not, he actually seemed a bit bashful about it. That's enough for you to have seconds, you know. Oh, there's enough, rather. Wow. Great.
I mean, that is also enough of a reason to have seconds.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, right. Thanks.
No need to be shy. He stopped eating. Well, what is it this time? Was it something I said? Or is he the kind of person who can't eat when someone else is watching? I thought about it for a moment, then decided to clear away the empty plates. Humming to myself to keep the mood light, I began washing the dishes in the sink. After a moment, I heard him start eating again. In spite of my relief, I felt guilty that I made him uncomfortable.
I mean, to be fair, she's just been like, eat the food.
Yeah.
Sorry, Poppet.
Huh? His voice was barely audible. Why would he apologize? Had he wronged me in any way? I turned to find him standing there, holding his empty plate. You don't want seconds?
Nah.
Okay then, I'll wash it for you. Go ahead and have a seat.
Let me help you with the dishes.
He rolled up his long sleeves. And that was when I saw it. The dark red lines that ran across his arm like scratch marks.
Ooh, okay.
Oh boy.
I was wondering when this was going to come up.
Yeah, me too. And I knew what they were. I think we all do.
Wait, which way?
Eh,
Because, like, one way for attention, one way for results.
no.
Oh, what are they?
I mean, there's one way that's more likely to cut open a vein and lead to death, but it's never for attention.
Okay, so we're on the same page with the marks are. Got it.
Well, before I could say anything, he unrolled his sleeves again. Kaguya?
I got scratched by a cat, see?
Right, likely story.
Right. It's a long-clawed cat.
I didn't ask for an explanation, but he gave me one regardless. Meanwhile, I thought back over our history together. It only took a few seconds to arrive at a conclusion, either because I didn't have many memories to review, or because I always felt something was off with him. Kaguya, can I ask you something? Do you need a therapist? Oh god.
Amnesia. No, he does not have amnesia. I mean, wait. I know the top question is the one that we have to ask, but like,
Is it
given
though?
his behavior, he might actually have amnesia.
I mean, yeah, he has said before that he didn't remember certain things, or was otherwise uncertain of shit. So, like, that's not totally out of the question, in my opinion. But, like, I'm also not sure if asking directly is the call to make either, because it is a sensitive topic.
That is true, and if he does have amnesia, then he wouldn't know. So I say we go option 2.
Yeah, and if we get a bad
Just-
end, oh no, wizard, and then we have to come
Oh
back.
no, wizard, cool.
By any chance, do you have amnesia?
Oh no, we forgot everything that happened after that.
Oh. No, we're getting
Oh.
prologue.
Do I read this part?
It doesn't seem to be Kaguya's perspective, just
Yeah, it's still,
narration.
it seems like it's part of the story.
yeah, so I got this. I'm narrator. Once upon a
Alright,
time.
narrator, cool.
Once upon a time in the Looking Glass world, there lived a peculiar young man named Kaguya. He was blessed with mysterious charm, such that all the women of the world, rich or poor, fell head over heels for him. Why would they feel so strongly for him, you ask? Naturally, his good looks were part of the reason, but more than that, it was his kindness. He was always smiling warmly, and he seemed to understand people better than anyone, even themselves. You see, Kaguya never made any selfish demands. No matter how afraid he felt, no matter how much he suffered, he always kept a smile on his face. He could never reject the ladies who wanted him, and so his list of lovers grew. I see. He can't say no, and so that's why. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why, there were too many girls to count. But none of these relationships lasted very long. Each girlfriend started off madly in love with him, but would inevitably break things off just a short time later. And Kaguya would accept their feelings without protest. He never talked about himself either. Why, you ask? Because...
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
So this is why he doesn't have any strong opinions on things, because he can't remember.
Yeah, that would definitely do it.
That would do it.
I asked him if he had amnesia, and his response was yes.
See? I can't remember anything. That's the trouble. I don't know what I've been doing, or who I really am.
No, that's a huge important revelation. And yet, his tone was completely casual. Frankly, I would have liked it if you told me this up front.
Would you believed him?
True. Wait, but then what about the lady who dumped you at the cafe?
Oh, her? I was wandering around town when she stopped me on the street. Long time no see, she said. According to her, we were in a relationship, but I couldn't remember, so I told her as much.
And she didn't believe you?
I thought I was taking the mick.
No, it all made sense. The reason Kaguya hadn't stood up for himself wasn't because he couldn't remember dating these women in the first place. Was because he couldn't remember. I can't read. Oh man. That. And his naturally passive personality didn't help. Definitely not.
Alright, time for a speech accuracy quiz.
Oh god, please no. I know I'll fail. What about your name? Are you sure it's Kaguya?
Well, other people have been calling me Kaguya, so I just assumed it must be my name.
Fair enough. Reasonable deduction.
That's fair.
Oh. It was also surreal. Like I was reading a romance novel that suddenly pivoted into suspense. Then again, I suppose a lot of suspense novels have elements of romance in them, so maybe the inverse isn't that far-fetched. I mean...
You don't believe me, do you?
Oh boy.
I believe him.
Yeah.
A lot of things make sense if he has amnesia.
Yeah.
A lot more
honestly.
things make sense.
What are you talking about? Of course I believe you. I gave him a look that said, "Who do you think you're talking to?"
I mean, he is talking to the amnesia queen. This girl forgets who she is every story.
True. His eyes widened. I'm the one who put 2 and 2 together, you know. Are you really that surprised? True, she wouldn't have asked if she didn't connect the dots.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Fair point. But how?
I've seen the wizard 1 or 2 too many times. Are you asking how I figured out you had amnesia?
The wizard told us. He's just like, well, what if he can't remember either? And it's like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at first I thought maybe you could read minds, but that wasn't very realistic.
Maybe.
Granted, part of the reason you're so incredibly perceptive is undoubtedly your careful nature, but I suspected you were more focused on yourself.
Myself?
Put simply, I'm referring to your self-awareness. Awareness of yourself. Awareness of the difference between yourself and others. Self-identification. The ability to recognize yourself. Let me guess, you constantly wonder to yourself, What does this person think of me? How will they react if I say XYZ? You're interested in other people because they interact with someone you're dying to know more about. Yourself. Oh, but to be clear, I'm not saying you shouldn't act this way. There's nothing wrong with it. Everyone does it to some degree. But in your case, I think you do it a bit excessively. Of course, if it was just that, we could call you self-conscious and be done with it. But in your case, you're a little too good at reading people. Your intuition is too powerful. Granted, plenty of people are hyper-focused on the people around them, but that doesn't mean they aren't self-centered. No, they just lack the confidence to express it. As unstable as they may be, they have a firm sense of self. What bothers them is the inconsistency between how others view them and how they view themselves. This sort of person tends to let their imagination run wild. Oh, this person must think X, Y, and Z, and so on. They make a lot of misguided assumptions. Hello, Bear. Thank you for your contribution to the challenge.
Bear, 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 bear.
But in your case, you don't make any assumptions, right or wrong. Thank you for your contribution to the challenge as well, Relix.
I keep forgetting until someone does it.
Yeah, that's fair. That seems to be the case for a lot of people, if not pretty much everyone. You don't try to read into anyone's behavior. You just sincerely want to know what they think of you. And that makes me think maybe you're searching for clues about yourself. That's not all either. You always default to other people's opinions. You're completely passive, but it's not that you lack confidence. You simply don't know what your personal opinion actually is.
Let's fucking go.
No, Spooky.
Give me a reason. And also, we'll be with a Nerf gun.
I do have a Nerf gun handy. Actually, never mind. I'll take it back. I will shoot you. Let me just find the Nerf gun.
I was gonna say, you didn't say it had to be an actual gun.
True.
It could have been a camera, too.
True. I do have the Nerf gun handy, though, Spooky, whenever you come back out here.
His feet hurt.
Rip. I don't think getting shot by a Nerf gun will help, but I am ready. It is in hand.
I mean, it depends. Like, if you like rapid fire them into his feet, it's like a massage.
Yeah, this Nerf gun only has room for 3 bullets and I only have 2, so...
Dang, shooting with a handicap, I see.
Anyways, my Nerf gun aside, even though it's staying in my hand. And that's how we decided you might have amnesia.
You're very clever, aren't you, Poppet?
Only when they write me to have a brain cell.
Only when she has the one active brain cell.
Yes. You could call me Detective Ray Q.
Does it make you uncomfortable?
What? Why would it? I stared back blankly, baffled by the question.
Kinda weird, innit? Dating a bloke who doesn't even know who he is?
What? No, not at all. Why would you make me uncomfortable? You're my boyfriend.
Yeah, but...
Job calls for work boots. Ground is almost entirely cement. Lots of walking.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, I don't think...
Work boots are heavy.
Yeah. Still don't think getting shot will help, but still prepared for whenever you walk out of your room over in this direction. Anyways.
Yeah, but I've been keeping so much from you.
Could he be lying about his feelings for me? The thought made my chest tighten. After a long silence, they spoke up again. Kaguya. What's your next move? Oh boy.
Ooh, ask if he's hiding anything else? No, absolutely not.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Ask him why he kept it from you? Probably doesn't matter. I say option 2.
Yep, head pats, let's go.
Head pats, always fix the problem, baby.
Silently, I gazed into his eyes.
puppet?
As I reached out, Kaguya flinched slightly. Oh, because everyone's always hitting him. I offered him a reassuring smile. There. That's a good boy. And stroked his hair. Let's go. He didn't try to stop me. I would hope not. As I ran my palm over his head, I stared directly into his eyes. Prolonged eye contact.
Prolonged eye contact. Prolonged eye contact.
Like the moon, they seem to shine. Normally you'd be the one who does this to me, but now it's your turn. How is it? Nice, isn't it?
They're sharing. Yeah. The moon, you say? I wonder where that came from.
Oh, you know. I thought so. I ran my hand over his head one more time, then pulled him into a big hug. I can't imagine how hard it must be for you.
Aww.
Cute.
Compassion heals.
Crickets.
And he's gone.
Oh god, I hope not. That would be so annoying. Lying in bed, I organized my thoughts. Amnesia, a state in which one has lost their memories. The whole, who are you, who am I, shtick. The formal term is retrograde amnesia, which includes both full and partial amnesia. Full amnesia is when someone can't remember anything except their name, and partial amnesia is when there's a mix of things they can and can't remember. Thus, Kaguya's amnesia would be categorized as full amnesia. You don't know what he does and doesn't remember, though.
The Dark Descent.
As a side note, they say the majority of amnesia cases are psychological in origin. Yeah, that sounds about right. Surprising, isn't it? Not really. In fiction, it's usually the result of blunt force trauma, like a nasty blow to the head. But amnesia caused by physical trauma, in the rare cases in which it occurs, only lasts a short time following the initial injury. When severe pain is inflicted on a person, their instinctive reaction is to escape. I want to get out of here. I never want to think about this again. I want to bury it all. Amnesia is caused by the conscious mind escaping from that sort of psychological stress. In other words, it's a defense mechanism. They forget in order to protect their bodies and minds so they won't break. I ruminated on this further. What does it mean to lose your memories? That you don't have the memories anymore. Yeah. They got put in the trash bin and then taken out. It must feel so very surreal, existing in the present while some other version of you exists somewhere else.
You don't say. Reikyu has done this for the 4th time in a row.
If I lost my memories to the point that I didn't know who or where I was anymore, how would I react?
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Just with a different boy.
How would I feel if a stranger reached out and tried to cheer me up? I would probably be overwhelmed with fear and inexplicable repulsion. The entire world around me would seem so frightening. I'd probably want to run away.
So, Cinderella. Yes, what about him?
Following a spike in anxiety, I decided to pay a visit to Kaguya's room.
That's not allowed.
But it was the middle of the night, when everyone was supposed to be asleep. What if he's already gone? I swear to God, if he is, I'm going to throw a fit. I'm gonna aim this Nerf gun at the wizard personally.
Wizard's just in there flipping through the diary. It's just like, oh yeah, this is cute. Don't worry. I'm right here.
Good. Kaguya. He He pressed his index finger to his lips, rather, and I clapped both hands over my mouth. It's impossible for me not to worry. Anytime I take my eyes off you, it feels like you might just vanish into thin air.
Because he did. Multiple times.
Yeah. Did I wake you? Or were you awake already?
I was awake. Yeah.
Liar. He got a serious case of bedhead.
You can have bedhead and still be awake.
Yeah.
Just means that you spend a lot of time in bed.
Wrestling around usually too.
What? Yeah. Just naturally wrestling around. Yep. What? Really? Where?
He touched his hair. Nowhere. I was lying.
Damn. I should have known.
Can I come in?
No. I don't mind, but...
Gazing at me, he cocked his head.
What about that promise we made to Cinderella?
This isn't about him. Oh crap. I completely forgotten about our agreement. It was Cinderella's way of looking out for us and making sure we didn't skip any more steps on the staircase, as it were. Will you obey Cinderella's rule?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting killed by Cinderella. Sorry.
I don't feel like getting evicted for this guy.
Yeah, we're not at that stage yet, Kaguya.
We're not at that stage yet.
Nah, it's his house. I can't break his rules.
Right, yeah. You're a good girl, Poppet.
Hearing his usual soft smile, he stroked my hair. If I was a good girl, I wouldn't have come and woken you up at this ungodly hour.
Alice, hearing everything. Oh my god, shut the fuck up.
I'm not going anywhere, right?
Nah, I'm staying put. I never leave my sweet girlfriend behind.
You mean it?
Of course. Can you trust me?
Yeah.
Aw. I reckon you must be knackered. Run along to bed before it's too late.
Okay. Admittedly, his headpats had a very soporific quality to them.
Yeah, you played 999, you know what that is.
I have not played that, actually. I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna have to buy you 999.
Oh dear.
Trust me, you'll love it. It's a
Okay.
visual novel, but with puzzles.
Oh boy, puzzles, my favorite.
Yeah. And the best part is, on Steam, you get 2 games bundled into one, so you get 2 games.
Nice.
Shall I walk you to your room?
Just across the hall, okay. No, that's okay.
It's about spending the quality time, Shaku.
Just a few steps down the hall, I think it's fine.
They could take it slow, just like, okay. One step. You know? Alright then. Sleep well, Poppet. Cinderella comes out and catches us like, I'm not in his room! We're in the hallway!
Sleep well, Kaguya.
Get that technicality in there, you know?
Mm-hmm. God fucking damn it, bitch.
God damn it, Kaguya.
The next morning,
Alright, let's
Kaguya
see where
was
this goes.
gone. Fucker. Motherfucker tricked me. His room was so spotless, he'd never known anyone had been living in there. Almost like he never existed to begin with. Nah.
Yeah.
Infuriated at my own idiocy, I bit my lip. I should have seen this coming. I've been with him long enough. I should have known how to react after I discovered his secret. I was
Fuck you,
so
wizard.
tempted to shoot my monitor with a Nerf gun, but I will not. But it's tempting.
Fuck you, wizard. We were doing everything right. We were obeying the rules.
It would appear you have some regrets, young one.
Damn.
Perhaps the little development caught you off guard. But forsooth, the signs were there.
Hey, I have a sign for you.
Yeah.
It's called the bird.
Of course, the bird.
Specifically flipping the bird.
I can flip the bird. Hang on.
Are you gonna flip me?
Maybe.
Alright, do it.
Let's see.
Now here's the thing, are you gonna do the... Okay, you are flipping the cage. Wait, yo. I'm out of the cage.
For now. Not for long.
The bird has been flipped.
Not for long.
Could at least be the top part. Can we at least... I guess the cage would go into the screen too much at that point. Never mind.
Sorry, it's so silly. Anyways, Verily, are you not cursing your own foolishness right this very moment?
Every time I see you.
Do I know you? Why, I am he who is known as the Wizard.
Oh great, we had to deal with a guy with amnesia. Now we have a guy that believes he's some sort of fairy tale creature. Great.
Okay. What's this? Do you not trust that I speak the truth? Who in their right mind would believe a guy who popped up out of nowhere wearing that getup is only Gandalf for crying out loud?
Gandalf the Young.
You take umbrage at the way I speak? He is speaking differently than normal, which is funny.
I was gonna say, I haven't heard much of the Wizard, but it sounds like he's kind of grandstanding.
Yeah, no.
He also used the word umbrage.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Sorry, I know we only just met, but it's extremely bizarre. I see. Whoops. Well then, I'll stop talking like that just for you. What? Am I still talking weird? I'm talking like your normal
it's
self.
back to normal.
It's so silly. No, it's fine.
He's just a silly little guy, and I love him.
Oh, I can't wait to date him.
I can't wait to find out what his emotional baggage is.
Is it weird that I changed up my entire speech pattern just for you? Well, that's too bad. You're the one who...
ZHD4
Remember?
Oh wait, is it like intentionally corrupted so we don't find out like our character's backstory?
Yeah, like, let's listen to it again, because it is...
Yeah, it's static.
Mm-hmm. I unfortunately can't make static for my mouth, so... Very good.
But now we know that our main character made a deal with the wizard for something. So that was at least useful information.
Yeah.
For the whole meta story, not so much for this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll just go into his room.
Yeah.
Because that's the only time I can find that we fucked up, really.
Like, it is possible that we fucked up earlier, but we... Like, Kaguya's rat has
Usually
been
we got an
pretty
ending after
consistent.
we fucked up.
Yeah, that's how his rat has been, so...
Yeah, like, it's not like a slow burn like Cinderella's was.
Yeah.
And it definitely wasn't the slow burn that Red was. Holy fuck.
God. Ugh. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, you know that mistake you made all the way back with the very first choice of the game? Let's just keep that rolling for like the entirety of the routes.
Pardon the intrusion. I walked straight into his room without hesitation. If it was for my beloved, I'd break my promises to other people at the drop of a hat. No, and don't worry. If Cinderella catches us, I'll take all the blame. Or maybe we could run away together, just the two of us. I was joking, but at the same time, I was a little bit serious.
You both would not have a job at that point.
Yeah.
That might be nice, actually.
I was gonna take us to the moon with him this time.
Take to the moon. Also another great game. something honeymooners joke. I mean, honeymooners.
A little too literal with the moon part here. With a giggle, I glanced around. This was my first time in his room, and it was very well kept. The bed was perfectly made, without a single wrinkle in the sheets or a stray hair on the pillow.
Don't worry. I promise I've been sleeping properly.
Awkward. I felt like I was trying to play adultery detective or something. I'll pop myself down on the spotless bed. This was the part where I was supposed to look up at him and whisper sweet seduction until he threw himself at me.
Huh?
Fancy a bed with me tonight? I was trying to be cute, but for some reason my voice came out in a cringy imitation of his accent. Oh dear.
I wouldn't say no, but you're...
Stop. Don't say it. I'm really nervous, okay? My whole body felt like it was on fire. Oh dear. Oh.
Finally a CG! Fuck!
It took long enough. He pressed a hand over my mouth. It was all on the spur of the moment, I'm sure, but now he was leaning over me, on the bed, almost like...
Slipping into a young man's room for a late night tryst? What a naughty girl.
He smacked his chest.
Only messing. Forgive me.
Still hovering over me, he started to stroke my hair. Meanwhile, I was dying of embarrassment.
Aww. Care to tell me why you're here?
Well, I was scared you're gonna turn around and ghost me.
What would make you think that? Oh, the other timeline. Me? Ghost you?
Yeah.
That won't happen. I would never abandon my beautiful, sweet...
Liar. That's not going to work on me.
Right. Forgot you were Detective Reikyu.
That's right. You do want to find out more about yourself, don't you?
Good question. I decided to double check the meaning of tryst, and the example sentence is a moonlight tryst. God damn it. The writers were smart. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. See him as a proper cheating bastard.
I burst out laughing in spite of myself. Sorry.
Nah, don't be. I know I've been a right prick.
Well, on the other hand, wouldn't it be a lot easier to learn more about yourself if you just asked those same girls? His gaze drifted to his arm, to the faded scars etched into his wrist. His eyes narrowed bitterly.
These are self-harm scars, isn't it? Whoever I am, I must have really hidden my guts to do this to myself. That's why I reckon it's not a coincidence. Perhaps I got amnesia for a reason.
But don't you think your family's worried about you?
Don't know. If I had that sort of family, then what am I doing here?
Good question.
He's put a lot of thought into it, Sakyu. This is literally the only thing on his mind.
I mean, hi Peachy.
Hey Kaguya. Welcome in, Peachy.
He raised his eyes back to mine.
Do you want me to get my memories back?
You're asking me?
Well, it's like you said. I'm passive and all that.
Oh. Touche.
Yes, no, I don't know. He is passive, and I do think ultimately he wants to know. I think he's just scared that when he finds out what's going to happen to him, you know? Like who he is right now. Can you repeat the question? Do you want Kaguya to get his memories back? I think in order to continue the storyline, we have to say yes, but
I'm not sure though.
Yeah, because I can also say like, no, just stay with me and be my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, because that worked in another route.
Yeah.
I was making a reference, you cheeky borb.
Oh yeah, you're still fluffed and Peachy has come to that, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so Peachy, we flipped the wizard the bird because he showed up again.
Maybe I could move the cage down. Right, because you can't be like in between actually properly because you're two 2D objects. Oh, I just noticed my Discord has been lurking there. There you go. Now it's off screen again.
Yeah, I'm technically behind the cage, but he's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We can play pretend here.
That's what we've been doing.
We're both VTubers. We know how to pretend.
Anyways, I honestly generally don't know what answer to pick. What are you feeling most?
I could see no being right. I do think that yes, in order to continue the storyline, I think yes is the right answer.
Okay. I'm gonna double check that I actually did.
But also, why would they give us I don't know if it doesn't lead to like an interesting outcome?
To throw you off.
Well, it's also like I don't know also puts the choice on him, and even though he said he's like passive and stuff, like it's still his choice whether or not he wants to remember.
Yeah. Do you want to pick I don't know, and if we got about it, we just come back, oh no?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not sure. But in terms of what's best for you, I think you probably should. Okay, that's what you were saying.
Yeah. For me?
Yeah, I understand you might not want to remember, but still.
Even if I stop being myself? He didn't say myself that time.
Yeah, he didn't. His lips were smiling, but his eyes weren't.
Yep. Exactly what I was just talking about. What happens to the current version of him when he remembers? It's the same plot for every amnesia story. What happens to the current me once I remember everything again? The real me might be a totally different person from the amnesiac you're talking to now.
This is like pretty much word for what like Alice was saying, but like before we entered the stories too though, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Kaguya. His eyes, amber, like a harvest moon, pulled me in.
Harvest moon? See? It's easy when I'm with you. You don't know me, yeah? And I don't know you. Of course, that's natural. Since we only just met. You don't chase me down the street, or yell at me, or cry, or call me a liar. You only care about the person I am now.
Or call me like, well, we have called him a liar plenty of times, actually.
I mean, more jokingly. Well, the plot to 50 First Dates didn't do that. It did a lot of fucked up shit, but it didn't ponder the whole different versions of self thing.
I don't know what you're talking about, Spooky.
50 First Dates, I'm not... It might be an Amnesiac story. All I know is that it's what the title says. A person goes on 50 First Dates. Or is it with the same person? I forget. It's like they forget every time.
That's fun.
Or something like that. It's weird.
Exciting.
Would you still want me to get my memories back if you knew I wouldn't be myself anymore? You're already saying myself instead of me-self.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait, additional answers. Let's go. I'd say the answer is still yes.
Yeah. On second thought, never mind. Just sounds like
on second thought, let's just abort route immediately.
Yeah, I don't want to see the wizard yet again quite yet.
He's like, oh, you chickened out this time, huh? Well, that's fun.
The answer is still yes. Yes. I answered without hesitation. Even if the new him wouldn't want me anymore, I still wanted him to get his memories back. I didn't want his real self, the self he'd forgotten, to disappear. Even if it changes who you are right now, I still want you to regain your memories.
Which is really funny because Raikou at the beginning of the game has no memories, and her whole thing is, I want to get my memories back. Even if you end up hurt as a result?
Don't worry, I'm stronger than you think. I wrapped my arms around his neck and gazed into his eyes. You can get a little rough with me. I won't break.
Cinderella comes in, banging pots and pans together.
You have nothing to be afraid of. Whenever you're feeling sad or upset, I'll be right there to hug you or hold your hand. I'll accept you, no matter what. So I want you to show me who you really are. Can you do that for me?
I reckon I can do.
Let's get your memories back. Together.
Aww. Well, realistically, this is the only way this route can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was not all the way on top of me. Oh boy.
Bad Kabedon. Oh, it's an Adam Sandler movie about Adam's character dating amnesiac women whose memories reset to the day leading up to when she got into a terrible car accident that caused her amnesia. They eventually get married and have kids despite her amnesia never being cured.
Kind of funny, given that, like, when Raikou was going on a spiel about amnesia when it's caused by something physical, like,
it's short term.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because basically when it's like short-term amnesia, it's like your brain has a boo-boo and it just has to heal.
Yeah.
And then something will spark the connection waves. It'll be like, oh yeah, now I remember. Ads are run at every 2 minutes, every 40 minutes of the stream in order to disable pre-rolls, and avoid 3 minutes straight of advertisement. Feel free to mention ad breaks, so I may pause. Saki, ad break, pause.
There isn't an ad break.
But refrain from complaining about the quantity that's picked by random by Twitch to see what will fit in the ad space.
I'm sure you can tell people complained about the quantity of ads they've gotten plenty of times.
Oh yeah, completely. Because like,
oh, I got 6 ads. Oh, I got 4 ads. Look, yeah, I don't control that.
Oh, I got 9 ads in a row, and it's like, bro, the ads are based off your search history. Like, Twitch has cookies, man. If it's what you want, then it's what I want. The void!
Where am I? White walls, white sheets, everything in this tiny little room is white. Trauma.
The candy house!
What am I doing here? I don't understand. How long have I been here? I wanted to ask someone, but no one else was around. My only option was to try to remember. It'd be funny if this isn't actually Ricky's POV.
Yeah, it could be Kaguya's.
We don't know.
But it doesn't have the border, which is why I'm not immediately on it.
Like, I think it could... There's a chance it could be his past, but, like, it's not firmly his POV, but... Maybe
it's like his dream or something.
I'll just go to regular narrator voice rather than Reiki narrator voice just to
be
safe.
Go ahead. Just to be safe.
Check if the walls were made of cheese. Hello.
Cheese walls.
As I waded through my sluggish mind, all of a sudden, I heard the rattle of a film projector. Okay, yeah, it is his... Okay. I'm glad I had a brain cell. I looked to find black and white images projected onto the wall. Interesting. Images of a boy wearing a mask, looking up at the full moon. Who is that? When was this taken?
We know you've been hiding the notorious thief and criminal Kaguya. Oh.
It was raining outside. Meanwhile, I sat perfectly still. My legs had gone numb, but they told me that I needed to sit here and stay quiet, and I had no choice but to obey. Where am I? All my hazy mind could offer was that I was in some Eastern-style house. On the far side of the room was a tiny altar and a few flowers and a framed photograph of a beautiful woman. For some reason, all the adults around me were wearing black from head to toe.
Oh no.
Funeral.
Yeah.
As we sat there, I could hear them talking about someone. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but their voices carried over the sound of the rain, and I couldn't escape it. Uh-huh.
Poor thing. He's still so young. She was abusing him, wasn't she? I heard the police came dozens of times.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Good heavens.
I had no idea who they were talking about, but apparently some lady was abusing her young son, and then she died. Man, I wonder who they're talking about.
Yeah, I wonder who.
Poor kid.
Poor kid.
As with everyone else in the room, I felt sorry for him. Then I looked down at my hands and noticed how bony they were. Come to think of it, why am I so hungry? When I looked up, I found the adults all looking at me. I flinched and straightened up. I needed to do as I was told, or else I was a bad kid, and I didn't want them to yell at me. Trauma response, let's go!
Yeah, let's go, trauma response! Bow, 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 bow. What will we do with him? I can't take him. I already have two of my own. Well, I can't take him either. What about you? Absolutely not. I have a daughter around the same age. If there was any buddy business... Besides, we don't even know if he's related to us at all, remember? That's true. Great. Another problem to deal with.
The rain poured down in thick sheets, drowning out the voices. Interesting. The next morning, I awoke to find Kaguya beside me.
Reikyu's pathetic.
Gasp, Reikyu is a gigalomaniac, just like Takumi can just look into people's memories.
For no reason. I mean, she's done it before with Red. She's done it before with Red. Anyway. Morning, Poppet.
Oh. Oops. Double clicked.
Double click?
Tasty. Morning. I dove under the blanket. Okay.
Hey now. You have to get up.
Well, he whipped a blanket right off the bed. Nah.
Sorry. Much as I'd like to let you sleep, I really can't.
He fixed me with a guilty look. Meanwhile, the morning sun streamed in through the window and illuminated his face for a bonus of plus 30% handsomeness. No, that's okay. Thanks for waking me. I fidgeted. Admittedly, I was a little embarrassed to see my handsome, glowing boyfriend fresh out of bed first thing in the morning. Wait, why is it so bright? Something felt extremely off. Then, after a long pause, I overslept! I sprang upright.
It's alright, Poppet. I already handled morning prep all by myself. Oh, me-self now.
All of it?
Yeah.
The cleaning, the laundry, setting up the cafe.
The cleaning, the laundry, setting up the cafe. I even made breakfast while I was at it.
Reiki sound. I was so shocked, I could only open and close my mouth like a goldfish. The words were stuck in my throat. I'm so sorry. I buried my face in my hands. Words cannot describe how unbelievably pathetic I felt.
She was just eepy. Nah, it's fine. You were out like a light, so I figured I'd take care of it for you.
Yes, I admit it. I was the one who came into his room and asked him to share a bed with me. I then got so nervous that I promptly passed out. The last thing I could remember was lying there in his arms, being extremely tense, and then zilch.
She just got too excited and then...
Yep. So, just for the record, did we...
fool around? Not at all. I know when to hit the brakes. And when she passes out and can't give consent, that's a braking period.
Yep. Oh, cool. Thanks for being so considerate. No, Reiki, that's where the bar is.
Alright, Spooky. I will comment on you. And if you pass out, we'll know for sure.
Oh dear. I was actually surprised at the lack of sexy times. Why you passed the fuck out? You can get a little rough with me. I won't break, she says. Good grief.
I won't break. Immediately passes out. Well, she didn't break.
True. Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, Poppet. I'm chuffed I got to watch you sleep.
I didn't drool, did I?
All over the place. Not a drop. I promise.
Did I snore?
Absolutely. Not a peep.
Did I sleep with my eyes open? Are you a snake?
Only for the first 5 seconds. Oh, actually.
I did?
Just messing.
Ag. Even without a mirror handy, I could tell my hair was probably, no, almost certainly a total mess. It took me a solid 15 minutes to style my usual curls each morning. Only 15.
Damn,
Speed
that's
run.
fast. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You were positively adorable.
As he spoke, he stroked my hair.
Alright. I do believe it's your turn now, Poppet.
Oh, yeah. He handed me the exchange diary like it was an afterthought. Thanks.
Anytime. Now go wash your face, brush your teeth, and get dressed.
Okay.
Don't dawdle, or Cinderella might come check on us, you know?
What?
They're all waiting for you to come downstairs. Tell them I was going to your room to fetch you.
And so I got ready faster than I ever gotten ready in my entire life. Are you gonna say something?
I forgot what I was gonna say. There was something. Can we look at the log real quick? I had a response. I think it was before the anytime. Just something Kaguya said. Oh yeah, the exchange diary. I was gonna say there's just a single note in there. It's just like, "See you later," and then like she reads it tonight, and he's already gone.
Oh god, that would be so sick. Ew. I patted down my thick, poofy hair. Having donned my uniform, I set about throwing it into a quick braid, but I hadn't brushed the tangles out, so it was messy. When I walked into the kitchen, Cinderella took one look at me and burst out laughing. But as a result, he didn't grill me for oversleeping. Win some, lose some, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, Papa. I should have come and woken you sooner.
No, that's okay. It was my fault for, sleeping through my alarm. By the way, Kaguya, do you remember what we decided last night?
That we'd get my memories back?
Yes, exactly. I want to start hunting for clues as soon as we can.
Right then. Well, we've got a full shift ahead of us. Shall we head out first thing tonight?
Sounds good. Are you cool with me keeping you to myself tonight?
Oh, pop it. I'm all yours. Morning, noon, and night. I almost thought that said moon, because we're so stuck with the moon ideography and stuff like that.
I mean, when Ricky said something about like braiding her hair, I initially read braid as bird in my head, so
we're so good at reading, everybody.
We're doing great. Good grief. In spite of my embarrassment, I held out my arms for a hug. Oh boy.
No. Alright, I guess I'm up. Kagu Bear! What you doing in there?
Hi!
I guess his regulars are coming. Alright. Coming! Kaguya's regulars are here.
Summoned by a customer, Kagu Bear left my side. With no one to greet them, my arms slowly drooped. Oh, should have hugged Cinderella. If he's still there.
Oh, right. Pop it. Come here a moment.
Standing in the dining area, he turned back and beckoned me over like he just remembered something. Okay, I'm coming. What's up?
This is my girlfriend. He just holds her up.
That would be funny. I sped over to him. He pulled me into his arms. Goo!
Did you hear the screams?
Goo!
Goo! Big hug.
I'm kind of disappointed that didn't replay the Kyas too. Meanwhile, I could hear girls squealing in the background. Kagu Bear?
Hmm?
When our eyes met, he shot me a wink.
Like I said, I'm all yours, innit?
Cute?
Yeah, he's basically just saying, like, I have been claimed, girls.
Yeah. Moon.
Moon. Half moon.
Later that night, after we closed up shop and got dinner prepped, I stepped out into the night, holding a picnic basket in one hand and Kaguya's hand in the other.
Moon? No, half moon.
So, moo.
Yeah, it's moon.
You can't keep doing that stuff in public, you goof.
Sure you can. What stuff?
You know what I mean. Showing me off to people and rubbing it in their faces.
What? The hug?
No, not the hug. The hug was fine. After all, the hug was a little more than a greeting, nonverbal communication. But Kaguya cocked his head like he couldn't fathom what I was talking about.
Are you upset?
Oh, I'm upset, alright.
And yet, you're laughing.
Disregard that.
Mixed messages. Kaguya EXE is confused.
But though I cleared my throat, I couldn't wipe the smirk off my face. So anyway, my point is, you can't be so provocative in front of the lady customers. To keep a straight face, I pinched my own cheeks as I spoke.
Well, you know, when Cinderella's not here,
someone
she
has
to do it herself.
Yep. Especially not while we're on the clock.
Right. Sorry about that.
He stroked my hair.
Your face has gone all red, Puppet.
That's because I pinched it real hard. Maybe a little too hard, actually. My cheeks smarted even after I let go. I don't even know what I was supposed to be.
What, smarted?
Yeah.
It's like lingering pain.
I see.
I'm surprised you've never heard smarted, though. That's like the most surprising one. Because like when someone gets punched in the arm, they're like, "Ow, that smarts," because it's just sitting there and it's lingering and it's like, you know, it's not going away fast. So it's just like, oh, I have to deal with this now.
I have literally never heard that phrase in my life.
Yet you live in America.
Yeah, I do.
The fuck?
Of course, that wasn't the only reason my face was flushed, but still.
Right. So here we are, outside on the hunt for my memories. Where do we go from here?
To the moon.
To the moon!
First, let's start with the police station. Maybe someone submitted a missing persons report for you.
And if they haven't?
Then let's look for your exes.
My ex-girlfriends.
No, your ex-boyfriends, if you have those.
Girlfriends and boyfriends, we don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Just exes.
Yeah, your exes ought to know more about you than some random person on the street. You've already met 2 thus far, so it should be a piece of cake. I raised a fist in determination.
Well, I don't mind, but...
He gazed at me probingly. Relax, it's fine. He took his hand.
What?
You'll be fine. I'll protect you.
She dives in front of another fist.
Oh god.
From what?
Everything.
After a moment of hesitation, I answered. I'll, you know, make sure they don't hit you.
Oh, that's really fucked now that we know, like, a bit more of his backstory. That's kind of fucked, honestly. I mean, justified. Because they don't know the context, but, like, fucked.
Kaguya chuckled and squeezed my hand in return.
Thanks. I'll be counting on you, Poppet.
Well, we started things on the right foot, but I guess it takes more than just having the right mindset, huh?
I guess so.
In the end, there were no missing persons reports filed for Kaguya. So we asked them to let us know if they heard anything, then set off to track down his exes instead.
Late at night.
2 hours passed. We wandered around the shopping district for a while, but didn't encounter anyone likely to fit the bill. The shopping district employees didn't seem to know much about you either. There were a few who seemed to recognize him, but that was only because of his unique style of clothing. They didn't know him personally.
So, new town.
Itadakimasu.
Let's tuck in.
And so, since we were hungry, we decided to eat a late dinner out at the lake. The contents of my picnic basket were predominantly seafood, since that was what Kaguya seemed to prefer. As he ate his grilled sea bream, I stole a glance at him. Like last time, he was eating his food slowly, probably savoring it, which I took to mean that I was indeed correct. That's Detective Reikyo for you.
You're incredible, Poppet.
Huh?
Feels like you know me better than I know myself. And again, I reckon you do.
He popped a shrimp into his mouth.
Delicious.
Glad to hear it. Meanwhile, I had some bean stew. Not to brag, but it was sugoki oishii. Sugoku.
Sugoku.
Unfortunately, I have to disagree with your statement. It's just not possible for me to know you better than you do. Only you can ever really know what you're thinking on the inside. He set his fork down.
Is this what you were talking about when you said we have to observe people and make an educated guess?
Yeah, I'm just a bit better at it than your average Joe. But what matters most of all is actual communication, like we're doing now. I winked at him.
Prolonged eye contact. You sure that's all you need?
Well, it doesn't hurt to hug and hold hands too.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
He put his hand on mine.
I'd like it if I could come to understand you as well.
Are you suggesting you don't? Then explain how you're so good at getting under my skin.
You're just so easy to read.
Hey, you're doing it again. I giggled. For the record, yes, people with amnesia may not know their own preferences. But that's only because you've forgotten. They're still in there, deep down in your heart.
In my heart? I have one of those?
Just look at babies. They can't talk, but they can definitely feel the full range of human emotions.
Ah, yes, the full range, as in crying and shitting and crying and screaming and shitting and crying and screaming.
They laugh and cry.
The full range.
They laugh and cry to express themselves to their caretakers. So why do babies laugh and cry? Why does laughter represent happy times and crying represent sad times? Why do we find some things good and other things bad? We can't know for sure, but doesn't that suggest we have those values ingrained in us right from birth? Put more simply, we can reduce it to a binary of like versus dislike, or perhaps the closest word to describe it would be instinct. We're born with instinctual knowledge of what we do and don't like, and as you build up more and more memories, you hone who you are as a person. Or instead of memories, perhaps I should say life experience.
This is really deep, isn't it?
He smiled vaguely, somewhere between a grin and a grimace. Sorry, for what it's worth, I was trying to simplify it somewhat. Basically, What I'm saying is this. Even without your memories, you're still you, no matter what.
Yep.
When you forget about something, all you're really doing is putting it up in the attic. Even if you can't recall the memory of what happened, it doesn't erase the fact that it indeed and blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna start the entire thing over, actually.
Blah, 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 blah.
Even if you can't recall the memory of what happened, it doesn't erase the fact that it did indeed happen.
Yep, like 2 seconds ago.
Shush. With editing magic, no one needs to know. At some point.
It's 5 seconds ago now.
At some point, you must have discovered for yourself that you enjoy fish. Like a cat.
Meow.
Besides, like I said, I'm gonna need to put in effort to make you fall head over heels for me.
You did say that. Yeah. Is that what this is?
So, Dayo, I'm gonna give it 120%. Figure out all your likes and dislikes so I can make you love me.
Make me love you. Eh? I'd like to figure you out too. I really like you, Poppet. So explain why you keep ghosting her, bitch.
He smiled. He squeezed my hand and licked it. Why did I hear it smiled?
I mean, he's always smiling, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. Reiki sound. His eyes were locked on mine. Then, right as her nose is touched, he let out a soft breath.
Just straight up sneezes in her face. That would have been awesome. I do love how sincere you can be.
You do? I smiled nervously.
Do you do it on instinct then?
No, it's completely intentional. So if anything, it's a product of reason. He promptly pulled back.
Don't worry. I won't try to kiss you. I'll make sure I do.
I mean, I can live without a kiss for right now. But we're gonna have to kiss eventually. Not that I'm brave enough to say that out loud. Kaguya tilted his head up and gazed at the half moon hanging in the sky. Oh dear.
For what it's worth, I am trying to remember.
Yeah?
But I just can't somehow. Every time I try, my head goes all foggy, and it stops me remembering. Trauma response. Let's fucking go.
What does it feel like?
If I try to force it, it feels like a punch to the head. If I keep trying after that, my brain sort of shuts off, and I lose consciousness.
You lose consciousness? So you pass out on the spot?
Yeah, watch! Yeah.
No, that was him. Oops. God, that must be really hard.
No, it's alright. I just try not to think about it.
No, it isn't. You can admit when you're having a hard time. You know, like I said, likes and dislikes are human instinct.
Right, well, it's alright.
He smiled evasively. As much as I liked his smile, it could be so frustrating at times.
Just don't punch him. Likewise. If you get sick of me, feel free to kick me to the curb. Protest. Protest, because he's throwing his own life away. Fuck him.
Okay.
He thinks he's trash. Get out of here. You're not trash. That thought process is trash.
I prodded his forehead with my index finger. His eyes widened, as if I'd caught him off guard. I narrowed my eyes. I take it back. It would appear you don't know me very well at all. If you meant what you said just now, But I'm honestly kind of hurt. Do I really look like the kind of girl who would drop you like yesterday's news?
No, you don't.
Good. Don't let me hear you say that again. I folded my arms and scowled haughtily.
Yeah, forceful self-love, bitch.
That is, until I broke character and started laughing. Cute.
That was a hard cut to the moon.
Yep.
Lovely moon tonight, innit?
Definitely.
It's strange. Feels like the moon's all prettier when I'm with you.
You're right. This seemed to be shining a little brighter tonight. Maybe it means we're in love.
Maybe so. Oh, okay, cool. Do you see the screen split for like half a second?
Yeah, it was just one black.
It was like gray on one side and then black on the other.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Drugs.
Maybe when editing Sakyu is going through this, they can go back and see for themselves.
Maybe. Well, everyone else was fast asleep. I was rereading the exchange diary. Let's go. Kii-san.
Good evening, everybody. On second thought, that's a bit cringe, innit? Everything is cringe. I must apologize for keeping my amnesia from you all this time. I wasn't sure whether to tell you, and now you found out in the worst possible way. Really sorry. Honestly, I should have told you right from the day we met. If you ever get sick of me, let me know and I'll clear off. I promise. Of course, I write this knowing you're far too kind to ever say such a thing. I'm a coward. I know. As for the kiss last night, I swear I wasn't planning it. I should have taken your feelings into account. I'm really sorry for hurting you. Honestly, I didn't know you'd react so strongly. This may make me sound like an ass. You're normally so self-confident that it's quite adorable to see you blush. I always loved you right from the start, but now I love you even more. I'm hopeless, aren't I? Being with you is so much fun. I can't help but start to get greedy. Greedy. If I ever do something to upset you again, please let me know. You're the only one who can keep me in check. Kaguya. Maybe. Kaguya question mark.
As I finished reading the latest entry, I set about writing my reply beneath the dim glow of the lamp. Time for bed. After I finished writing my letter, I closed the notebook and soon fell fast asleep.
It's a cute idea.
Yeah.
Like the whole exchange journal thing. It's a cute idea.
Yeah. That night, I had a dream. Kaguya? Kaguya was standing out in the yard, looking up at the sky. There, I could see a crescent moon gleaming brightly. His face and profile was shrouded in melancholy, and it made me sad just looking at him. Why do you look so sad? Is there something on your mind? You know you can talk to me.
Nothing's on my mind, as such. I'm just feeling a bit lonely.
Does the moon remind you of something?
Maybe it does.
He smiled faintly. If the moon makes you feel bad, then stop looking at it.
Easier said than done. Don't you want me to get my memories back?
Well, yeah, but... Unable to stand his probing gaze, I looked away. His voice was quiet, like a rippling lake.
The truth is, Poppet, I remembered something.
Huh?
I'm not from this land. I'm a moon dweller. I came to this world to keep a promise I made in a previous life. But I have to go home soon. And on the 15th of this month, they'll send for me. Nah, he's basically just going over the plot of Kaguya, honestly.
Yeah.
This is farewell, Poppet.
Kaguya. I woke, shouting out loud. Then I fumbled in the darkness for the clock by my pillow. The hour hand had just ticked past 4. Sigh. At least I hadn't overslept like yesterday. While I could afford to go back to bed, I didn't really feel like it. So instead, I decided to get up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No point in trying to sleep when you're not sleepy.
Mm-hmm. I tied my messy bat head in a ponytail and pinned my bangs back with a headband. Then I headed to the bathroom to wash my face.
Oh.
Without thinking, I shut the door in his face. God damn it, Reikyu.
Oh, I love her, girly.
Uh-huh.
She's so awkward.
Mm-hmm. God, I'm an idiot. What am I doing? What do I care if he sees my hair like this? He's already seen what I look like unconscious. As a compromise, I took the headband off and brushed my bangs out. Good morning, I called out cheerfully with one hand pressing against my... with one hand pressing my bangs flat.
Morning, Poppet. I'm on duty today, you know. You can go back to bed.
I would, but I had this weird dream, and now I'm wide awake.
What sort of dream?
A dream about you.
Oh, me?
Tilting his head, he pointed at himself for confirmation.
Be honest with him. Like we keep saying, honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we right.
I had a dream where you left me.
I left you?
I grasped at his kimono. But you won't leave me in real life, right? I looked up at him pleadingly, and he smiled slightly.
Of course not.
He reassured me with his usual grin.
It was only a dream, innit?
Well, yeah, but that's not the point. Sorry to have this silly conversation with you first thing in the morning.
No problem.
He ruffled my hair. Just then, his face lit up like he remembered something.
I got an idea. Since it's my fault you had such a stressful dream, I better make it up to you.
Huh? He took me by the hand and led me back into my room.
Oh, now we're breaking all the rules. No, sit right here.
Why? As I lowered myself onto the bed, I tilted my head in confusion. How is he going to make it up to me? And here?
The massage, obviously. Why? Were you thinking something R-rated?
I just don't know how to feel about the fact that something R-rated is even an option. I don't know what...
I mean, Girly's brain
Yeah.
has been doing the R-rated stuff almost immediately every time Kaguya tries to make a move.
Yeah.
So I still say it's a massage.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we see the wizard again. Oh, are you gonna give me another massage? I thought back to the day we first met.
Hmm? そっちのがええっちゅうならそっちでもええけど。
Hmm?
今日は
I mean,
ひいさんの
I
髪
could
の
do
毛
that
拭かせて
instead,
あげよう
if you
思ってな。
prefer. But I was thinking I'd brush your hair for you.
No.
Aw.
Oh, please do. The comb and ribbon are on my vanity. I turned my back to him.
Acts of service, baby.
うまくできるかわからへんね。
Can't promise I won't be total rubbish at it.
I don't mind. I didn't care how frizzy or wacky he made it look. I wasn't about to let this opportunity pass me by.
As you should.
わかった。
Go for it, girly. Right then.
Kaguya grabbed the comb and ribbon from atop the vanity and sat down next to me.
ひいさん、ひいさん。
Pop it. Pop it.
Yes? He patted me on the shoulder, and I turned to find him holding his arms out.
その体勢じゃ、ひいさんが疲
I'll
れ
go
る。
numb sitting in that
僕
position.
の膝の
You sit
間。
on my lap.
座っ
Oh.
て。
Then your lap will go numb.
Praise the Lord and hallelujah. I can't speak. Okay,
Hallelujah. Hallelujah!
I scooted myself over onto his lap. As I rested my full weight on him, the bed creaked.
There we are.
Reiki sound. As he spoke, his breath tickled my scalp. With him holding me from behind, I could feel his warmth against my back. Oh god, this sure is something.
Mm-hmm.
ひいさん。
Pop it?
Yes! He startled me right as I was panicking internally, causing me to yelp even louder.
三つ編みでええかな。
Would you like braids then?
He grinned without commenting on my overreaction. Yes, please. My voice was barely a whisper. In the hours before sunshine, the silence was a bit different from the quiet of night. Not to mention it was early winter. The chilly air only served to enhance the tranquility of the moment.
ひいさんの髪。
You have such
めっちゃ綺麗やな。
beautiful hair, Pop it.
Kaguya slowly worked the comb through my long locks. I'm glad to hear it, because believe it or not, I put a lot of work into it. Maybe not today, but most days at least.
このふわふわなんは。
Is your hair naturally this poofy?
It is indeed.
へえ。
Incredible.
生まれた時からお人形
I
さん
reckon you
みた
must
いな
look
子
like a
やったん
little
やな。
doll when you were small.
Yeah, growing up, I never quite knew what to say in response to that.
お人形さん。
The doll comparison?
Yeah, I mean, my appearance is sort of unique, you know? My hair, my eyes.
うん確
あ
かに。
Right, yeah.
その目の色も天然。
Is your eye color natural as well?
It is. But I've always hated my appearance. People used to tease me mercilessly.
こんなに可愛いのに。
What for? You're adorable.
Children,
No, you're adorable.
children could be really cruel. They have trouble accepting people who are different. But one day, I thought to myself, if only I'm only ever gonna be me, so I might as well love myself. Instead of hating my weird traits, I'll lean into them instead. I'll love and accept myself, no matter what. The things that make me weird also make me special. My eyes aren't creepy, they're radiant like gems. And ever since then, I've considered my appearance to be one of my best qualities.
ひいさんは昔から。
You
Oh,
haven't
God, I'm
changed
not.
much, have you, Pop it?
How would you know? How would you know that if you only just met me?
うん。なんかそう
Oh,
思った
it's my intuition talking. That's all.
僕は好きやで。
Personally, I quite fancy your gemstone eyes and soft fluffy hair. It's what makes you, you. There. All done.
He placed a hand on each of my shoulders. Huh? Already? By the time I finished my little antidote, I had somehow finished braiding my hair. I reached back, and sure enough, I could feel 2 perfect, neat little braids.
Sounds like someone just beat her 15-minute record.
Which meant I now needed to address the current situation.
Shall we sit like this for a smidge longer?
He peered at me over my shoulder, and I felt my face flush. Yes, please.
Right then.
He wrapped his arms around me and held me from behind. Oh, but what about breakfast?
Let him starve. Not to worry. We still have plenty of time.
Okay then. Well, this sure is embarrassing.
A bit, yeah. I can only imagine the train wreck that would ensue if Cinderella were to walk in right now. Cinderella coming in right now with the pots and pans.
Frankly, if it wasn't for Kaguya reminding me about the Cinderella situation, I would have forgotten about him entirely. Sorry, Cinderella.
No, that's fair. He's a side character this time.
Yeah.
I guess we broke his rules again, didn't we?
Well, Cinderella's not a morning person, so we're probably fine.
Or a late night person, apparently.
Yeah. Probably. Kaguya buried his face against my shoulder blade. Sleepy?
Not really. I reckon I'm just really enjoying this moment. I feel secure somehow.
No. Questions rose to my mind. What was he worried about? What made him feel more secure? But I didn't voice them aloud. Instead, I was simply willing to stay like this for as long as he needed me to. Cute. No, that reminds me. Yes? As I was brewing our post-breakfast coffee, Cinderella spoke suddenly. I was talking to Snow about you two last night. Oh boy. About me and Kaguya? Instantly, I froze. Did he find out about our secret tryst? I heard you got amnesia. Oh, that. Right, of course.
Did my puppet tell you?
Kaguya shifted his gaze to me. Should I have kept it to myself? Cinderella has a lot of connections in this town, so I figured he'd be an asset to the search.
Ah, I see.
Seriously, you should have told me sooner, man. I had the total wrong idea about you.
As we all did, Cinderella. Sorry, mate.
Kaguya hung his head guiltily. That said, I don't think he needed to apologize at all. So, I hear you're looking for your exes so you can learn about your past.
Yeah.
Why waste time looking for them when you can make them come to you?
Oh? What? Playboy mode, let's go.
Huh? Kaguya and I exchanged a look. You want to get a bunch of chicks in a room together? Then let's throw a party. I mean...
He's not wrong.
Where would we hold it? Right here. Duh. Cinderella tapped the table. Cinderella! I clasped his hand in mine. Oh, Cinderella, you're the best. You're so kind and smart and wonderful. Yeah, I know. Glad to see you've noticed. Took you long enough. No, that's my idea, though. Yeah, you're right.
Let's go. Snow White being the best character.
It promptly pivoted to Snow White. Thank you so much, Snow White. I had a feeling you were behind it. No problem.
Wait, but how do you reckon we'll pay for it?
I raised my hand to volunteer. I'll pay. But Cinderella grabbed my wrist and lowered my hand back down. I'll pay. Consider it a token of apology for, punching you that one time.
Pretty good apology.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not bothered. Really.
Yeah, well, I am. Look, man, if you don't want to do this, then just say so flat out.
That's not it. I just feel awful making you go to such lengths on my behalf. Especially when you're already letting me stay here. You're working here. How many times do I have to point this out?
No, don't worry about it. My brother loves to throw crazy parties. He's not doing it for you. He's doing it for himself.
Hey, both can be true.
Yep, that's our Ouch. I tried to chime in, and Cinderella rewarded me with a smack to the head.
And then Snow's just like, yep, that happened. And Kaguya was like,
oh, sure, you'll hit me, but not him? This is discrimination. Okay, but look at Snow. Come on.
Yeah, you can't hurt him. He'll literally fall apart.
Yeah.
If you just...
He'll just shatter.
Lay a finger on him.
I rubbed the sore spot. I can make the food myself, so we'll save money on catering. And we'll need to decide All I need to decide is the time frame and the party size. I looked from Cinderella to Snow White. Likewise, they exchanged a glance. Well, as they say, go big or go home. Tomorrow it is. Head pats, let's go.
Damn.
Why do you say damn?
Because I thought it was gonna be like, oh, he forgot to turn the hand around too.
Shameful, shameful. He answered with a flawless smile. After that, we worked from morning until night, getting the party arranged. Naturally, we had to run the cafe too. Busy was an understatement. In between mountains of party prep, we served our customers, and once the cafe was finally closed, we started juggling our tasks with household chores instead. Mood.
Good.
Next thing I knew, I was standing outside, staring up. Been a while since that one's been redeemed, but it doesn't startle me anymore. The next thing I knew, I was standing outside, staring up at the moon with a trash bag in hand.
Looking at the moon?
Huh?
Good evening, Miss Waitress.
The next thing I knew, a regular from the cafe was standing right in front of me.
The secondary love story.
Oh, hey there.
The crash and burn one.
I hastily snapped to my senses.
Looked like you were glaring at the moon. What's wrong?
I laughed vaguely and pressed a hand to my forehead. After the dream I had last night, you could say I had a slight grudge against the moon. What about you? What are you doing here?
Would it be creepy if I said I was waiting for you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yep. Super creepy.
For me?
Yeah.
He averted his gaze awkwardly. No, it's not creepy. I'm flattered.
You should be creeped out just a little bit.
It was my honest opinion of his affection for me.
Oh, I see. I'm glad.
I'm glad too.
You were really busy today, huh?
Yeah, we're throwing a party tomorrow here at the cafe, and anyone's free to attend. Would you want to come?
A party, huh? I'd love to, but I'm gonna be kind of busy tomorrow.
No, okay, that sucks. You've been busy a lot lately, haven't you? As I recall, the last time we met was when we went to the fish market. When I went to the fish market with Kaguya, rather.
Yep, same guy. But yeah, but whenever I see your smile, my fatigue just melts away. I've been coming by every week, wearing the same thing every time. The way you'd remember me. Oh, that way you'd remember me.
Hi, Peachy. Been a minute.
Peachy?
You're alive now? Yeah, what happened before?
Momo? Don't worry about it.
He was upside down when you first joined.
Look, Peachy was out of it, okay?
Obviously. Goddamn.
Also, can we stop flipping the bird? The wizard's not here anymore.
I was waiting till the moment that we had to flip the bird again to put you back up, right? I'll be honest.
I mean, I don't think we'll have one, but okay.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You read the thing from the regular, right?
Oh yeah, completely.
Okay.
It's like I've been coming by every week, ordering the same thing.
Yeah.
Because that's how you, as a customer, you get a waitress to memorize you.
There you are, Peachy. There you are.
Peachy found out. Let's go. Say,
But before he could continue,
Hisa!
Papa!
a voice called for me, interrupting him. Kaguya, what's the matter?
どうしたって
Isn't it obvious? You said you were gonna put the rubbish out ages ago. I got worried and came to look for you. Also, Kaguya heard everything, right? Like, he's got really good hearing.
Probably, yeah. Kaguya snatched the trash bag out of my hand, then turned to the other man.
彼女に何か用事ですか
Did you need something from her?
僕が
If it's about the cafe, I can handle it. Ooh, jealousy. Let's go.
Okay, have fun, Peachy.
ごめん今日はやっぱりやめてほしい
Sorry. I'll come back some other time.
No, okay. Smiling quickly, the man walked away.
Reiki, you can't keep leading him on like that. That guy's gonna be crushed. Fucking destroyed. Absolutely.
Oh wow, the silence is loud.
一緒に
The
ゴミ
silence
掘
is
りに行
loud.
こうか
Shall we put the rubbish out together?
Okay. He started walking, and I followed after him. A long moment of silence passed. There was no chance in hell that Kaguya had to put two and two together by now.
Oh, no shit.
He must have realized that man's feelings for me, what he was about to say to me. And now...
なあ
Say, Puppet?
Yes, Kaguya? He came to a stop, and I followed suit. Meanwhile, the moon shone down on us, same as it had the night before.
Yep.
And like always, Kaguya was smiling. But the smile wasn't quite the same as usual. His eyes glittered.
He's a vampire.
君にキスしたい言うたら
If I said I wanted to kiss you, would you be upset with me?
Why would I be upset?
それは
So,
えーっと
you're saying it's alright then?
The next moment, he put his hands on my shoulders and pressed his lips into pressed his lips to mine.
A bit forceful. I think he's starting to feel a little bit insecure, especially with the new guy coming along.
Yeah. Oof. Something wriggled its way into my mouth. I didn't understand what was happening, but I let it happen anyway.
With ton? God damn, Kaguya.
Suffocated, I pushed back against his chest to try to get some air, but he grabbed my hand.
Puppet.
Kaguya, I can't breathe.
Love so suffocating.
Quite literally.
Literally.
He devoured me again and again until I could scarcely stand. Huh. The moment I could finally breathe, my knees gave out and I collapsed on the spot.
Damn.
My first kiss wasn't some innocent tongue kiss. It was raw and hungry.
大丈夫?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. He helped me to my feet.
Don't know what happened just now. I didn't mean to do that. But you did.
帰ろうか.
Shall we head back?
Did the rubbish get tossed? He smiled softly. Okay. My legs were unsteady, but I could still walk for the most part. So I took a step.
その前に, ひいさん,
First things
ちょっ
first.
とごめんな.
Forgive me for this, Poppet. Say you're sorry first, fucker.
Huh? Well, the next instant, he scooped me up into his arms.
Oh, he
僕
didn't
の
do
せい
it
で
yet. Okay.
腰抜かしてしもうたみたいやしな.
Seeing as I made you go all weak in the knees, I may as well make it up to you, yeah? At least ask for consent first before you start doing this.
Yeah.
He's being very forceful right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you don't have to carry me bridal style.
いや.
Shall I stop? Yes.
With his handsome face so close to mine, my heart fluttered in my chest. Especially considering what just happened a moment ago. No, it's okay. I could feel my entire face burning, right down to my collarbone.
なら, 僕の首
Right
に
then.
腕回して
Put your arms around my neck and
しっ
hold
か
on
り捕まっ
tight.
とき.
Okay. Once I got a good grip on him, he started walking slowly.
こうすると
Nice to get a good close look at your pretty face.
You sure it's not ugly?
かわいいよ.
It's adorable.
Look, kill me now.
ひいさん,
I'm sorry, Poppet.
ごめんな.
An apology
Sorry for what?
僕のせいで
for putting you through all
し
that.
んどい思いさせて.
Oh, no, it's fine. Given our relationship, it was bound to happen sooner or later. It just happened a little sooner than I was expecting, that's all.
今日も一日中
You had to work all day long to make this party happen.
Oh, that's what you meant? Nothing. I'm sure you must be dead tired. You've been working just as many hours as I have.
No, I'm alright.
You sure?
Spoken by a liar.
ひいさんと
Sure,
比
I'm
べた
sure.
らめちゃめちゃ楽
Compared
や
to you, I've got it easy.
Liar.
嘘やないって
I'm not, really.
それにほら
Besides,
僕は男やし
I'm a big, strong man.
女
You
の子
got
と
more
違って
stamina, you
体
know?
力があるんやで
Don't make it a gender thing. How am I supposed to argue with that?
なあ
Oops. Sorry. You can't.
Scowling, I pouted my lips in a show of disapproval.
帰ったらひいさんは休み
When we get back,
後の用
I
意は
want you to
僕が全
rest.
部やったるから
I'll handle everything else.
No can do, mister. Lest you forget, you're the VIP of tomorrow's party.
僕
Yeah, very important punching bag. I am?
Darn right. And we need you well rested so you'll look your best.
せやけど、これ以上ひいさんに迷惑かけるわけには。
I can't trouble you any more than I already...
Kaguya. Like I told you, I'm trying to make you fall head over heels for me. If I stop now, that'll never happen.
僕はもう振り向いてるよ。
It's already happened, as far as I'm concerned.
Then I want more.
ひいさんは。
You're greedier than you let on, aren't you?
Maybe so. I turned away.
And I reckon I better put some effort in for your sake as well.
Such as?
そうやな。
Let's see. When we get back to the cafe, let's say I make you a cup.
でどうかな。
Perfect. I love a cup of tea.
Oh, tea. Right. Right then. It's settled.
Oh, Kaguya. I admire him as though he were the moon hanging above us. Wearing his same old smile, he waited for me to continue. Let's give it everything we got at tomorrow's party, okay?
せやな。
Right. So, quick question before we go to the next scene here. What are the chances that that random customer saw everything and is going to misinterpret it to say, oh, Kaguya attacked her?
Not impossible, but I don't think it's likely.
Okay.
Also, before the next scene, I'm going to take a moment. You take care of chat.
No.
Too bad.
Damn. Well, I guess I'm stuck with you, chat. How's it going, chat? You doing fun stuff today? Blah, 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 blah. I know Peachy's doing laundry. That's fun. Oh, hey, recording Sakyu. 1 second. Editor Sakyu. There you go. That'll be a problem for me in the future. I don't care. Still, look at the little rabbit that Kaguya draws. It's adorable. It's also naked. Maybe like post-editing we could put like a shirt on him. That'd be really funny. That'd be really cute. What to do? What to do? Do you come here often? Just a late night, the two of us? Me and chat? Also, if you're in the chat and you're just lurking, don't forget to put your community points towards the we'll find out together after hitting this cult challenge. It'd really help out everybody else in chat. But yeah, I hope you're all having a nice, relaxing evening, listening to us play a visual novel game, voicing these quirky little characters that constantly go between good relationship, back to good relationship, and then bad relationship again. Because I've been enjoying it. And I hope you all been enjoying it too. Do 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 do. I realize I gotta take more. I gotta play more like relaxing games. I've been playing a lot of RPGs lately, and holy crap, it's just like I go from grinding on one of them to another of them to another of them, and it's like, oh boy, I need to take it a little bit slower on the RPGs for a bit. I see movement.
Yeah, you do. Hello. Impressive I returned before Peachy did.
Yeah, I know. She's been gone longer.
Yeah. I know Spooky's gonna be out for a while, though. I hear him snoring away in his room.
Well, that's fine. He needs to sleep.
Yeah, he actually knocked out, which is funny because he said something that he would probably do the same as Riku, who also passed out, so...
Yeah, what was the last thing that he said?
Last thing he said was Mo, because half moon.
Because half moon. Mm-hmm. I get it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did you run into... no, he talked about the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, that was before, though.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Alright. Yeah, we were talking about the little rabbit that eats a shirt. Obviously. Anyway. Hello, Puppet. It's me, Mr. Rabbit. It's been a week now since I moved in. Which means it's been a week since we started dating. These days, I've adjusted to life here, and writing this diary has become a habit. Although we spend most of the day together, we don't get to talk. We don't get much time to talk when we're on the clock. Good thing we can make up for it in here. You're eccentric and cheerful, and you always give it your very best. I have so much love and respect for you, but at the same time, I worry you might be working yourself too hard. I'm not as skilled as you, so I might not be of much use, but I'll just say the word. Oh, sorry. But just say the word, and I'll do anything you need. Anything at all. Don't be shy. I'd love nothing more than to help you in any way I can. Dot 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 dot.
And so the night of the party rolled around.
Oh, did it?
Some people played the piano, some people sang, some chatted with others nearby, and some were even dancing. Welcome to my cafe. It's not much to look at, but I hope you'll have fun. Tonight, everything's on the menu.
Wow!
Cinderella's voice echoed across the room, followed by cheers. As for myself...
すみません、こっちにもお酒ください。
Alright, I'm NPCs. Excuse me, can we get some drinks?
Sure thing, just a moment.
Hi! I heard you were having a party?
Mm-hmm. We sure are. Come on in. Ladies get in free.
Let's fucking go. I know why they're letting ladies in free, but pretty nice.
Well, as you can see, I was super busy with bussing tables and other waitress work.
Wait, if everything's on him, why are the ladies the only one getting in free? Why do the gentleman have to pay? If everything's on the owner.
I mean, Reiki might have just said that to say that it's not necessarily that only ladies are being in free.
I'm guessing it's just like a way to like get her out of the door and into the building.
Yeah.
That could be it.
I was constantly running in and out of the kitchen, so I didn't exactly have time to look for any ex-girlfriends. Still, the venue was overflowing with young ladies to an absurd degree. Evidently, Cinderella had pulled some strings with his many connections. What connections, you ask? No clue. Either way, I was extremely grateful. All hail Cinderella! As for Cinderella himself, he was already drunk, sipping wine and hitting on women. Oh boy. Oh, look at those lipstick marks all over his cheeks. I'm happy for you, buddy. Just please don't pass out. Anyway, while Cinderella was entertaining the ladies, we had Snow White cover the kitchen. Meanwhile, one of the party's VIP guests.
Kagu Bear, open wide. No, I can't.
Our dear Kagu Bear was surrounded by fangirls. I stopped and stared at them for a moment while he noticed me looking and smiled awkwardly. Nah. I bit back my resentment and tried not to think about how badly I wanted to be over there feeding my boyfriend instead of them. Deep breaths, Reikyu. Shaking my less than kind thoughts away, I went back to work. The entire purpose of this party was to ferret out Kaguya's exes. Even if Cinderella was the host, Kaguya was the true VIP. To that end, I needed to take a supporting role to keep all the gears turning. And so, glancing at the giddy girls out of the corner of my eye, I cleared away a large pile of plates.
Okay then, you feed me.
Abruptly, I spun around in the opposite direction. On second thought, our objective was to find Kaguya's exes, not add new entries to his list of admirers. Phew, that was close. Almost took my eyes off the prize for a minute there. Oh. Just then, I caught sight of a familiar face. I know her. She's the haughty lady who dumped Kaguya at the cafe. Then, I heard another voice behind me. It was the girl we bumped into at the shopping district. If Kaguya was the flame, then they were the moths. We all froze on the spot to process this situation, but then the voices called out from the crowd.
Kaguya! Mitsuketa!
Kaguya! There you are!
Kaguya-chan!
Kagi Pie!
Oh dear, looks like we've got a full house in here. Oh boy. Okay, so just to confirm, all of you have dated Kaguya at some point in the past, correct? Once the party came to an end, the interrogation began. This was
Get him drunk. Talk about your boyfriend.
Spill that tea. Let's go.
Spill that tea, let's go, buddy.
This is our big chance to recover Kaguya's past. And yet...
Kaguya-chan! Kaguya-chan!
Kagi Pie! Kagi Pie! Hey, will you get off him? He's my boyfriend! And another thing, you don't seriously call him Kagi Pie, do you? Barf! Excuse me, are you delusional? Kaguya is my boyfriend, not yours. Keep telling yourself that, ladies. The boy is mine.
Oh my god, I can't do this. They're not listening to a word I say. Then again,
Of course not.
I guess this does technically answer my question. You're a real ladies' man, eh? Cinderella was sitting in a chair, smirking at the unfolding carnage. So it's just silent. Fair. Next to him sat Snow White, reading a book and occasionally glancing over at us. Yeah, sounds about right. Both were clearly enjoying the spectacle. Then again, I guess anyone would break out the popcorn in a situation like this. Yeah.
Of course. Just watch them go at it.
Yep. Not much they can really do to rescue him from 4 ex-girlfriends and 1 current girlfriend. Meanwhile, Kaguya stood wordlessly in the center of the crowd. More accurately, his lips were pursed together in a silent smile. Now everyone, let us all settle down. Being Kaguya's actual girlfriend afforded me a certain level of confidence. But apparently, this confidence struck a nerve with the exes because they turned and filed a fusillade of verbal attacks in my direction. Man, Peachy's still
I don't know
away.
that one either.
Peachy, why have you failed us?
1 second, let me look it up real quick.
Okay. I'm willing to bet it is
Because
French.
my first say is like, I think it might be related to missiles, but I'm probably wrong about that. A series of shots fired or missiles thrown all at the same time or in quick succession. Okay, I was right.
Damn. But how is it pronounced?
Fusillade.
Fusillade. Interesting.
Fusillade.
Fusillade.
You stay out of this. You're the slut who stole Kaguya from me. Oh, you think you're above it all, little Miss Goody Two Shoes? That's a game. Pretty good game. Who even are you? And how do you know him? You monster! How could you?
As you can see, they really let me have it. My name is Reikyu Arisu, and I'm Kaguya's current girlfriend. Nevertheless...
And last girlfriend.
Nevertheless...
It's like Highlander, there can only be one.
Oh dear. Nevertheless, I remained calm and composed, hoping to keep things civil. Unfortunately, this seemed to have the opposite effect. I tried to ignore them as best as I could, but they all saw me as the thief who stole their boyfriend by manipulating and seducing him. Closing my eyes, I took a deep breath and... How will you conduct yourself in front of these women?
Snap back, obviously. Wait, that could backfire.
Yeah. I think we should hold ourselves back.
Yeah, just let them tire themselves out. Why not? Let's get off our back. Oh, Kaguya stepped up. Everyone, hear me out.
Unprompted, Kaguya suddenly shouted over the noise.
Assertiveness.
This startled not only me, but everyone in the room, including Cinderella and Snow White. After all, he was normally the quiet type who hardly ever raised his voice.
Look, when the quiet types are the ones finally snapping, that's when you should be scared.
The room fell silent. Then Kaguya spoke again, more quietly, but still firmly and audibly.
I'm sorry, but Poppet, or Reikyu, is my girlfriend.
Oh, Kaguya. I was overcome with the desire to hug him on the spot, but I knew doing so would result in an ass-kicking. So I followed the social code and balled my hands into fists to brace myself against it.
Monster! You monster!
My anger seemed to evaporate, and instead they burst into tears. I was starting to feel bad for them.
ごめんな。
I'm really sorry.
Kaguya reached out to one of the crying girls and stroked her hair.
No. That's what got you in this mess.
Excuse me? Why are you doing that? Clearing my throat, I decided to move this conversation along. Alright, ladies, since not all of us are on the same page, allow me to explain. This man, Kaguya, has amnesia. At this, the woman burst into an uproar. Bleh.
嘘。
You're joking.
なんで
How?
かぐや
Kaguya,
私たちあんなにラブラブだったのに
we were in love.
ねえ私だよ本当
Come
に
on,
私のこ
it's
と
me.
覚えてないよ
Don't you recognize me? Oh, they think he just recently developed amnesia.
かぐやちゃん
Mhm.
私のこと忘れちゃったの
You don't remember me, Kagipai?
They closed in on him, screaming and grabbing at him. From the looks of things, only the woman who dumped him at the cafe seemed to know about his amnesia.
Oh yeah, girl A.
No. Surrounded by his exes, Kaguya was still wearing his usual smile, but his complexion was growing paler and paler by the second. Excuse us real quick. I pulled Kaguya away from them and sat him down with Cinderella and Snow White.
何するのよ
Where are you going with him?
Given the direction things are going, I decided to let Kaguya sit this out. I thought they'd play nice in front of the other guys, but who am I kidding? Girls these days are aggressive, me included.
勝手なこと
They're
言わない
just
で
ready to watch a cat fight, honestly. You don't get to decide anything.
They stormed over to me without even a glance at the men. In response, I positioned myself in front of Kaguya and held both arms out like a point guard.
どいて
Yep.
私はあなたじゃなく彼に
No.
話があるの
I'm here to talk to him, not you.
I get where you're coming from, but I'm not going anywhere.
なんで
Why not?
Yeesh. As an aside, Cinderella was currently extremely uncomfortable in the middle of this cat fight.
Well, he's also hungover a bit.
Probably, yeah.
This is probably not doing any wonders for him.
Nah. I was outnumbered, but before things could get any worse, I was rescued by the great and merciful Snow White.
うるさい。
Shut up. He spoke only 2 words, yet his icy gaze froze everyone in its wake.
Damn.
Then, after a moment of silence, he spoke again.
君たち
Again, it's always the
かぐやを
silence
どうしたいの
Yeah.
自分の
What do
も
you
のとし
people
て
want
欲
from
しいの
Kaguya? Is he your toy?
彼は君
Your
たちの
property?
所有物なの。
No, to pat Snow White. Anyways. The woman recoiled, all except for the one I thought was the most level-headed, as irony would have it.
そうだよかぐやちゃんは私のものだよ
Yeah, that's right. Kagipai is my property. He does whatever I tell him to.
Well, someone's a toxic bitch. Jesus.
Yeah, toxic fucking
それなら
bitch.
私だって
Same for me.
私も
And me.
Each of them insisted that they owned Kaguya.
Well, 3 of the 5 did.
Pursing my lips, I balled my hands into fists once more.
へえ。
Interesting.
だったら
Do you have any proof of
何か
proof
証
of
拠はある
ownership?
の
証拠
Like a collar
Receipt?
or like papers. A handwritten agreement. You know? Like, do you have the receipts? Come on, let's go, girls. Proof?
そう。
Anything
彼が
that
君た
proves
ち
is
のものだっ
yours?
たという
They're gonna start calling him like a fucking dog. Just like, Kaguya over here.
Snow White crossed his legs, rested his elbow on the table, and stared down at Kaguya with distant, somber eyes.
彼は
He has amnesia,
記憶
remember?
喪失なんでしょ何か証
So
拠が
if
あ
you
るん
have
だっ
any
たら
proof, bring it
そ
here
れを
and
こ
show
こ
it
に
to
持って
him.
きて
Maybe
彼に
then
見
he'll
せれば思い
remember.
出すかもしれないよ
そんなの
But I don't.
Have any?
Well, I do. I've got plenty of keepsakes from our time together.
Well then, as soon as you find them, bring them here. I'll give you, a week or so. That's pretty generous.
Yeah. Damn.
期限なんてあるの？
What? There's a deadline?
Of course there is. I mean, if you have the proof, then I'm sure you could bring it as early as tomorrow, right?
Hell yeah, I mean, that's the whole point, right? Like, giving them a week is, like, asking them to forge shit, you know?
I mean, but now that he said this, that's definitely enticing them to bring it as soon as tomorrow, you know?
Oh yeah, completely. Like, he's just like, I'll give you a week, but if you don't bring it ASAP, just know that other people will beat you to the punch, basically.
Yeah. For once, Snow White was actually smiling, smirking even. Yeah, he is. It suits him.
Let's go, like, because he's being the smart boy that he is.
Mm-hmm. To make it worth your trouble, I'll even give you an incentive. If you bring us your proof, your keepsakes or whatever, and it successfully jogs Kaguya's memory, then we'll consider you his real girlfriend.
Great, so now we're treating this property, but as leverage against them. Great.
Yep. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
It's a dirty game that they're playing here, but boy, we gotta play it.
Mm-hmm.
それはいい考え。
That's a good plan. That way there's no hard feelings.
そうだね。
Right. Yeah,
そうかも。
maybe so.
And so, the four of them determined that this was, in fact, a good idea.
Isn't there 5 of them?
I don't
君
know.
たちもそれでいいでしょ
You're all fine with that, right?
ここに
After all,
彼女たちを
the
The
集
whole
め
reason
た
you
のは
gathered them here
か
was
ぐ
to
や
try
の
to
記
get
憶を取り
Kaguya's
戻すた
memories
めだっ
back,
たんだから
right?
さ
Oh wait, it only went up to D, right? Okay, never mind, we're
Maybe.
good, it's 4.
Hmm.
I thought there was 5, it could have been...
I don't know, man.
Huh.
Who's her to argue with that statement?
I mean, I guess if we count Reikyu, but
Yeah.
she's a special occasion. She's a
She
special
is.
circumstance.
Sigh. As I cleared away the dirty plates, I rode my lower back. I was exhausted,
You rode your own back? Damn.
both physically and emotionally. Meanwhile, Cinderella and Snow White were out escorting Kaguya's exes home, since it had gotten late. That left me and Kaguya to take care of the cleanup unsupervised.
ひいさん大
You
丈夫
alright, Puppet?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
ひいさんは休んでて
You should
あと
rest.
は僕が
I'll
全部やっ
handle
と
the
くわ
rest of it.
Kaguya took the plates from my hands. I'll get done faster if I help. What? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's-
Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I was gonna say, it makes sense. She's saying, I'll take care of the rest of it, and she's like, no, I'll get done faster if I help.
Yeah, I just got confused because he was like offering. It was like, wait.
Yeah.
I grabbed a plate from a different table.
せやけど
Yeah,
ひいさんしんど
but
いやろ
I can tell you're running on
遠慮
empty.
せんとき
Just take it easy.
Right back at you. I rolled up my sleeves and got to work washing all those dirty dishes.
Right back at you, they both walk in the kitchen and immediately pass out.
That would be funny. Well, Snow White was a huge asset during the party. He sure left one heck of a mess back here.
What, you expect him to clean up?
I'll wash them, you dry them.
Right you are.
Once I finished cleaning a plate, I handed it to him, and he dried it off. For a while, the only sound was the hiss of running water and the clinking of flatware. Good thing we found your exes pretty quick, huh?
せやな
Yeah.
I glanced at him out the corner of my eye. A shadow had fallen over his smile. Did anything they said jog your memory at all?
何も
Not even once.
That sucks. After a moment of silence, I donned a tone of forced cheer. This has all gotten quite complicated, hasn't it? Their keepsakes actually help you remember then. I trailed off. If Kaguya successfully regained his memories as a result, then he'd be handed off to some other woman.
Nah, you just elope and run.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Frankly, after hearing the way they spoke about him, I got the sense that they hadn't treated him very well at all.
What gave you that idea?
Snow White's words echoed in my mind. Is he your toy?
Absolutely.
I should have stood up for him right then and there. I should have told him that Kaguya wasn't a prize to be won. But I didn't, and that was because... I gave up on clearing away the gloom in the air and instead spoke quietly. Are you still opposed to getting your memories back?
Good question. Hard to say without knowing what those memories are, really.
True.
But I reckon I was probably a right asshole. Just look at how many women I've cheated on all this time. What a slimy git I was.
Maybe you broke up with some of them before you... But before I finished my sentence, I realized, no, you probably didn't. If he handled things properly, these women wouldn't still be so hung up on him.
They were all crying, weren't they? I can't imagine how many people I must have hurt all these years. I'm such a monster. Is it possible Kaguya is a monster? Gut reaction says no, but I think maybe is a healthy response. Yeah. But then it's like, oh no, my own girlfriend's turning against me now too. So it's like,
I will say I do appreciate the fact that yes isn't an answer option.
Yes. But if we go back to like what Reikyu said before about like who you are without your memories is still the same person, do we believe that this version of Kaguya is a monster?
Yeah.
And I say no, this version of Kaguya is just traumatized little boy.
Yeah. I stopped and regarded him with a serious look. No, you're not. I wasn't joking around. Neither was he, of course. But unlike me, he was still smiling faintly. You're not a monster, Kaguya. As I made my feelings clear, the corners of his lips twitched.
How do you know that? You don't even know me.
Oh no, the music stopped. Uh-oh. But it was too late to take back what I said. Well, we can load, but we won't. But
I mean, keep going.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I don't know you, but I do know you.
Going back to what you said about like even without your memories, you're still the same person. That makes no sense.
Sorry, but that's just how it is. We may have only known each other for a short time, and that's still valid.
Are you sure about that? I think they're just adding drama to the story here.
Yeah. What?
Are you sure I haven't been lying to you?
Were you? Tell me, Kaguya, what did you lie to me about?
You can have this mask as a memento.
God damn it.
I reckon this is farewell.
Kaguya. Oh boy. The Moon Prince has left you for a distant land, leaving behind only his mask.
Damn it.
Hey, mister, how come he up and vanished like that? Well, you see, it's because he didn't want to stay here any longer. Hey, mister, how come he didn't want to stay here any longer? Well, you see, it's because he didn't want to be anyone's toy. Fair. Hey, mister, if he didn't want to be anyone's toy, how come he didn't just use his words and say so? Well, you see, it's because he's incapable of saying no to people. Especially people he already feels indebted to. Get it?
I kind of see where he was coming from. On the right side, we know what question we fucked up, so this is easy.
Yeah, of course. Though it is a little funny that us saying no to a thing led to the wizard being like, oh yeah, he's not able to say no. It's like, okay.
And Reiki already kind of like pointed out that like, oh, I've also been kind of treating him as a toy too.
Yeah.
Without giving him much agency over his own choices, even though like he doesn't have a ton of them.
Yeah.
So I can see why maybe is the right answer.
It's also just like reasonable deniability too.
Yeah, it's like maybe. We don't know. We'll find out.
Maybe so. Hi, Dawn. Gym time. Let's go.
Get that neck workout in. Let's go.
I stopped and regarded him with a serious look. But more than that... I think because of the emo, Dawn. I think the person you've hurt the most is probably yourself. He quirked a brow. You think I don't know what you're hiding behind that smile? Trust me, I'm not stupid. I wasn't joking around. Neither was he, of course, but unlike me, he was still smiling faintly.
What I'm hiding?
You actually arching your neck today, nice. That's funny.
I was just saying that because of the emo, honestly.
The emote told on you, Dawn. But before I could respond, I heard the front door jingle. You need to build your neck muscles? Fair. Sounds like they're back.
For rugby, ooh, okay, that makes sense. You gotta have a strong neck, otherwise it'll pop right off.
Rugby is really funny, like, phonetic correction.
Fuck me. We put the F in rugby. Yeah.
There you are, Peachy. Took you long enough. EA Sports.
EA Sports. Fugly 2022.
Let's go. So glad you turned.
EA Sports. It was in the game. Then we took it out.
Excellent, excellent. This marked the end of our conversation. Once upon a time in the Looking Glass world, there lived a peculiar young man named Kaguya.
Man, this shit again.
He was blessed with mysterious charm, such that all the women of the world, rich or poor, fell head over heels for him. We are trademarking Fugby, yeah, sure, let's go. Alas, Kaguya...
It's rugby, but you play it with a Furby.
Oh god. I'd be down for that, though.
Yeah, they kick it.
Excellent, excellent. Alas, Kaguya suffered from amnesia. He had no clue who he was, or how he'd spent his life. In an attempt to restore his lost memories, his caretakers held an extravagant party and gathered all the ladies in town. They were hoping at least one of these women would know about Kaguya. And sure enough, 5 such ladies stayed behind.
So there was 5.
Yeah. The 5 women
Excellent.
all insisted that Kaguya was their beloved, their property. Each of them...
Peachy summarizing the entire arc as Kaguya had all the riz in the world, but unfortunately his memory was shit. No, we found out it's like trauma based.
Yeah, it's very trauma response amnesia, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's trauma response amnesia.
Is he okay?
No.
No,
absolutely not. We'll find out why later.
Each of them begged him to remember their love affair. The caretaker saw this and said to the woman, "She who brings the keepsake that successfully revives his memories shall be named his true lover."
1 second before we continue. So, Peachy, the only context we have is that he was at a funeral for what we assume is his mom, because the whole memory takes place after he blanked on amnesia. And he overhears a conversation about this poor child that his mom abused him and now she's dead. So
yeah,
you can put 2 and 2 together there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is a deep well indeed.
The 5 women agreed that this was a good plan and promised to bring their keepsakes at a later date. Then they all went home. But in the end, no one knew which keepsake would revive his memories, nor what those memories even were. Crickets.
Crickets.
That night, I lay in bed, deep in thought. Perhaps some people would find my present predicament irksome. After all, whoever brought forth an item that successfully jogged Kaguya's memory would then be considered his real girlfriend. It was like a contest at a fair. Step right up. Let's see what you've won. It's a new boyfriend.
Well, it's technically an old boyfriend.
True. Admittedly, it was unethical to treat a human being like an object. But on the other hand, at least it made things simple. I mean... yes, this was all a game. A fugby.
Yes, a fugby. This is how you play fugby.
The master had issued a challenge. Now it was up to the players to rise to the task for a prize. That kind of game. Fugby.
Fugby.
I squeezed my eyes shut. If this was a game, then I needed to think of the optimal strategy. Stop running.
Literally
into the
just
wizard.
bring him the freaking dating notebook. You have the winning strategy already.
Yeah. Just then.
Oh, so Reikyu is the 5th woman. Okay, I get it now.
I guess.
Yeah, because she's also playing this game. At least now she is.
I don't know. Just then, I heard a knock on my door, so I got up and answered it. Who could it be at this time of night? Well, that answers that. It's me. I opened the door to find a most uncommon visitor standing there. Is it cool if I come in? Sure.
We can talk strategy.
Yeah, let's go.
With the game master himself, let's go.
I stepped back and gestured for him to enter. Pardon the intrusion. What do you need, Snow White? It's past your bedtime. What are you, his mom?
I mean...
Are you annoyed with the way things have turned out? You're lying. I grinned mirthlessly. You believe that restoring his memories is a necessary measure. If I hadn't suggested this, we surely would have. Yeah, maybe so. As he stood there, I pulled out a nearby chair and offered it to him. He gracefully descended onto it, then fixed me with a scrutinizing look. Tomorrow, we might just see a war break out over who gets to keep your boyfriend. Yep. But you're not taking part. Why? Because you don't have a corresponding piece on this chessboard. I laid my hand on the table and leaned forward slightly, peering into his eyes. That's right. After all, I don't have any keepsake I can offer. I'm not on the same playing field. So you plan to use them to achieve your goals? Sonotori! I shot him a wink. He stared back at me, his eyes icy and clear, like a mirror surface. If I let my guard down, it felt like he might just see right through me. You asked them if Kaguya was their toy. They said yes, and I didn't argue. Want to know why? Because I knew I was treating them like toys. Well, aren't you, see? Yeah, I get that a lot. I smiled stiffly. This could hurt him, you know? Yeah.
Good.
Once he gets his memories back, he might leave you. You're not dating the real him, only the blank slate version. I know, but I'd still prefer that he cured his amnesia. Why do you want Kaguya to regain his memories?
Because we love him.
Because it's the right thing to do. Those are the
it
options.
Is. No, it's literally I love him. It's because I love him.
Did you look up a guide?
No.
Okay.
Because, like, think about all the other stories we've done to get to this point. It's always, like, you do what's right for the other person because you love them.
Yeah.
So, while they technically think, technically we think that they're saying the same thing, one is because it's the right thing to do despite my feelings. One is literally a feeling.
Yeah, true. I love Kaguya, and that means I'm willing to do everything I can for him. You're doing it for him. Are you sure it's what he wants? At a surface level, no, it's probably not. But what about subconsciously? Subconsciously. On an instinctual level, I mean. Do you want the answer to that? Nope, I'm as clueless as they come. But that just means I have room to learn.
Also, just putting this out there, but saying that it's the right thing to do is really imposing your own will on everything, because it's like, oh, this is what I would want to happen if I was in this situation. It's not really taking Kaguya's feelings into it.
True. You're right. And I need to know what happened to him before he got amnesia. I need to know his pain and suffering. But most of all, I need to know what it is he truly wants. And why is that? Because I'm going to heal him.
Oh no.
You can't change the past, you know. Yeah, I know. But I might be able to grant his wish, right? What are you,
fuck, she's a I can fix him girl. Fuck.
I mean,
that's right. She said I could fix him, shaking my damn head. Yeah, I know.
See, the thing is, Snow White, all I care about is making sure my beloved is happy. Even if the happiness doesn't include you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, although obviously I'd love it if it did.
Finger guns, baby.
Maybe I'm not on the chessboard just yet, but I'm willing to be turned into a pawn at any time. Then I'll get myself promoted into whatever piece I need to be to win. Even if you die in the process.
Snow pulls out a knife.
Oh dear. Of course. You're an odd dog. Yeah, I get that a lot. I shot him another wink.
I mean, ultimately this game is do the selfless thing and still get the person in the end, so it's not like it's a perfect like message. obviously, but that's just because it's an ultimate game.
Yeah. I feel like this might be a good point to pause right before the keepsake tournament. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Okay.
I think that's good because we are approaching like the usual stopping time anyway.
Yeah, it's been about 3 hours.
And we made a lot of progress, at least a lot more than just running into the wizard 5 times.
Yeah, we didn't see the wizard nearly as much. Though yeah, I'm getting concerned that we're running out of save slots.
It's okay. Like, where do you think the story's gonna go? It's like after he gets his memory, he's gonna make the final choice, and that's it. So, like, literally, we only have a couple more saves.
Maybe. Who knows?
And they can't draw out like him not getting his memory for much longer. Honestly,
we'll see. We'll see.
And if worst comes to worst, we'll save over one of Cinderella's early, or sorry, not Cinderella's. We'll save over Gretel's one of Gretel's early choices.
That's fair, valid, understandable. Bye Gretel, bye Gretel.
Yeah, see you later, Psycho.
Oh, yeah, you're still flipped. It's fine.
Fucked. It's fine.
There you go. You're up right now. There's the cage. There's the cage. There you go.
I'm free.
Nope.
Time to cause war crimes.
You're back in the cage
Damn
already. Gotta keep you contained.
Damn it. But what about the war crimes?
No war crimes for you today.
Damn it.
Man, I'm glad for Snow White's route it's not gonna be me as Reikyu, because it's honestly a little hard to go between Snow White voice and Reikyu, because they're both like high but like different at the same time.
I was having the same problem with Gretel and Reikyu, and they're like completely different voices. It was just like that constant of going and then you know, just up and down all the time. So I can imagine like having two voices very similar. It's also why I hated when Reikyu got in a fight with like female NPCs on screen. So I'm like, great, I'm both of these fuckers. Shit.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and raid Meep, because Meep is still alive. Meep is playing Risk of Rain 2.
Oh, not the 1 remake?
I don't know.
I mean, Risk of Rain 2 is still great, so, like, good choice.
Do you have any parting words for chat?
This game is very much do as it says, not as it does, and also realize that, like, real life is not a fairy tale. You are not going to get the results that you want every time, but as long as you keep doing things to help people that you love and make sure you value their input and stuff like that, you can make it work. Like, there's plenty of situations out there where things will just work out.
Yeah. Good message.
But also realize that it working out might not involve you as part of the solution. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Alright. Until next time, everyone, have fun playing Fugby. Bye-bye!
Fugby!
Oh my god, Meep has their ferret model out.
Ferret
Let's
model,
go.
let's